Hi everyone, my name is Sam, and this is Today in History. Today is Tuesday, October the 15th, the 289th day of 2024. There are 77 days left in the year. On this day in 70 BCE, before current era, Virgil, the Roman poet best known for his national epic, the Aeneid, was born near Mantua. On this day in 879, Boso convoked the bishops of Provence and had them proclaim him their king. On this day in 1939, encouraged by her uncle Leopold, Queen Victoria of England proposed to her cousin, Prince Albert. I wonder how many people actually know what Victoria's Secret is. I know what Victoria's Secret is. On this day in 1844, classic scholar and philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most influential of all modern thinkers, was born in Prussia. On this day in 1917, Dutch dancer and courtesan Mata Hari was executed by the French near Paris, charged with spying for Germany during World War I. On this day in 1928, some 4 days after leaving Germany, the Graf Zeppelin landed near Lakehurst, New Jersey, completing its first transatlantic trip. On this day in 1934, Chinese communists began the Long March, the 6,000-mile, 10,000-kilometer trek that resulted in the relocation of the Communist Revolutionary Base from southeast China to northwest China, and the emergence of Mao Zedong as the undisputed leader of the Chinese Communist Party. On this day in 1940, the comedy classic The Great Dictator premiered in New York City. Charlie Chaplin's best box office success. It satirized Adolf Hitler and Nazism and condemned anti-Semitism. On this day in 1951, the first episode of I Love Lucy aired on American television. The comedy series, which starred Lucille Ball and her real-life husband, Desi Arnaz, became a classic. On this day in 1959, a final conference of the Antarctic Treaty convened in Washington, D.C., and after 6 weeks of negotiations, a treaty was signed by 12 countries, preserving the continent for free scientific study and whatever else they're hiding down there. On this day in 1966, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale founded the Black Panther Party, the mission of which was to protect African Americans from police brutality. It later developed into a Marxist revolutionary group that, among other things, called for the arming of all African Americans and the release of blacks from jail. On this day in 1987, a military coup in Burkina Faso overthrew head of state Thomas Sankara, killing him and 8 others. On this day in 1993, South Africans Nelson Mandela and F.W. de Klerk were named the recipients of the Nobel Peace Prize for their work for their peaceful termination of the apartheid regime and laying the foundations for a new democratic South Africa. On this day in 2003, China became the 3rd country to launch a crewed spaceflight. Shenzhou 5, which was piloted by Yang Liwei, orbited Earth 14 times during the 21-hour flight. On this day in 2018, American investor and philanthropist Paul Allen, who co-founded Microsoft, died at the age of 65. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Today is Tuesday, October the 15th, the 289th day of 2024. There are 77 days left in the year.